All right, y'all, so we're starting this vlog a little bit different. So I am outside in the streets. It's Saturday, August 9th, 2025. And this morning I saw this and I want it. Here's the thing about this particular item. It is been out, at least people have been posting about finding it for about a month. Like we're about coming up on a month, so it might be sold out or like not easy to like find. So all I have to say, I don't really have high hopes to find it, but I do have hopes that I can find it because it's only been out a month and we're starting to enter the fall season, so there is a good chance that it's still out there. And it only can be found at Marshall's and Home Goods and possibly TJ Maxx. I've only seen Marshall and Home Goods be the two places that were talked about for finding this item. So I am in a location where there is TJ Maxx's, Home Goods, Marshall's, like everywhere. So I have a lot of places that I can go to. So we shall see if I can locate this item. I do know I can buy it on Amazon. I did look that up. And the weird thing about Amazon is, like, depending on where I purchase it from, it depends on the shipping. So like I could be paying between $10 to $5.99 in shipping. And I'm like, at this point, I might as well just go out and try to find it. So all that to say, I'm gonna go out and try to see if I can locate it. And if I can, great. If I can't, I have other options to get it. So let's try this. Y'all, Marshall's was a bust. I was not able to find the blanket, but they did have a lot of cute blankets, so I do have other options if I can't find this exact one. Across the street was a Home Goods, so I'm now at Home Goods, so let's see if Home Goods will have what I need. All right, y'all, post shopping adventure. I didn't find it. I am so mad I didn't find it. And to make matters even worse, I asked one of the employees at one of the locations I went to, hey, have you seen this product? And she was like, yeah, it was right here. Somebody had recently purchased it. She was like, I literally just saw it like earlier that day or earlier today. And I said, oh my gosh. And she was like, I know where it is. I've seen it. I know what you're talking about. But it was gone by the time I got there. All I have to say, I'm just gonna order it from Amazon and pay the shipping and hope that the item that I'm ordering is in fact the item that I am wanting and not just like a copy or like a fake version of it. Like what I've seen people do is like they'll photocopy something and then put it on an item, and ultimately it just irritates me when people do that, because it's like you're stealing someone's property, like you're stealing someone's intellectual property. All I have to say, fingers crossed I find it either online or at Amazon or something like that, and I can order it and then I can get it, and it's not going to be a super ridiculously priced item. I also saw that like, people are selling the blanket on Poshmark for like triple the price. I was like, I'm not paying triple the price for this blanket. Like I will either go get a blanket like it or try to see if I can get the blanket on Amazon. So I was going to actually buy a different blanket. The one that's like black and has like little white ghosts that are holding like the pumpkin baskets. I was gonna get that one, but I was like, it's not the one that I want. I'm gonna try to at least get the one that I want, and if I don't, I've seen that one at least 5 times at every store. I see at least that particular one at every store. So I have no issue with finding that one. I just have an issue finding the one that I want. So there's that in life. Y'all, it's been about 2 weeks since I have updated the vlog, and when I tell you, it's kind of funny on like how everything works, but like how life functions. But long story short, 2 weeks ago, like 2 weekends ago actually, that was when I went to look for the blanket. I didn't find the blanket, as y'all heard. I did order the blanket. It has not come in yet. It's supposed to come in this Friday. So fingers crossed it does come in this Friday and it's what I'm expecting. If it's not, I'm going to return it very quickly, and then I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to go back out and just get a blanket from TJ Maxx or Marshall's, like look at the blankets that I filmed and pick one of those. There is a couple blankets that I did film that I did like, that if I'm not able to get the blanket that I want, I'll be okay with those, but I would just really want the blanket that I want. So there's that in life. But I do want to do a life update and a reading update, but I'm going to do the reading update first, then do the life update, because you know, your girl can bump her gums, so I would recommend getting you a little drink, maybe a little snack, because your girl can bump her gums, and I'm going to try not to bump them too much, but also give you enough details. So let's do the reading update first, then I'll do life. All right, so I'm going to talk about the book that I finished recently, and then I'm going to talk about my current read. So the book that I finished recently is Strawberry Patch Pancake House by Lori Gilmore. I rated this a 2.75 out of 5 stars. This is my least favorite book in the Dream Harbor series. The Dream Harbor series at this current moment, it's August 23rd, 2025, has 4 books. I think it's it's projected to have 6 books, maybe more. I am noticing like she's adding more characters in and things of that nature. I don't think we got to see any, like we got to see like book club members and stuff like that. So I don't know. They're gonna get like books themselves. All that to say, it was fine. I got through it. I think what did not help this book was the fact that I read Heartless by Elsie Silver, and I kept comparing it to that. One of the things that I find myself doing is like if I read a book that has similar tropes, I find myself comparing the two, which I don't think it's fair to sometimes compare like books you've read to books that you're currently reading. But for me, I started to notice like some similarities. Like they're not incredibly similar, but there's like similar things, like similar qualities of characters. Like the female main character on both series are similar to each other, but they're not exact, but there's some similarities between the two. There's no similarities between the male main characters of the two series or two books. All that to say, it just wasn't my favorite. I just found like the way that the story came together was just not my favorite. I finished it because like I needed to finish a book. But I don't know how I feel about the nanny single dad trope. I'm beginning to think that that's not my trope, because it's the second book that I read with that trope, and I have one in the hit category, one in the miss. So we'll see. I might read like one more to kind of see where I land with it, because The Nanny by Lana Ferguson also has nanny single dad trope. So I might read that one too. I did start it. I soft DNF'd it because I just wasn't in the mood for it. So I might read that one and then see where I land with nanny single dad. But that's that part. Now let's move on to my current read, which might I add is very interesting. I tend to like, if I read, so the read that I read before Strawberry Patch Pancake House was a fantasy, I believe. Then I read Strawberry Patch Pancake House. Typically, I would read like either another romance or a thriller. I went straight romantasy, which is very different for me. Usually I try to read like other books before I go back into another fantasy book. But you know, we went with vibes. Pick this up. I am thoroughly enjoying it. This book is Lady of Darkness by Melissa K. Rich, and I am thoroughly enjoying this. I'm trying to like be very careful because I am about 35% in, so I'm into the story. So I don't want to spoil it for you, but the best way that I can explain this is that the female main character's mother like dies. She watches, like, I think she's present and like watches her mother pass away. I don't think she either is like, I don't really know. I'm not gonna even get into the weeds of that because but she knows her mother's gone. She watches her mother get unalived, to simply put it. Then she goes into like a hiding situation. Long story short, the assassin lord that is kind of like who took her in has information about her mother's unaliving, and she has to complete a mission to get that information. So we're navigating that story, and I just find that to be very interesting because like we're in the part where like we're doing some pre-work to get to that point. And there's also some things that I feel like the back cover does not really talk about, that there's also being navigated. I'm just very interested on how this all comes together because I don't feel like the back cover of this book does not mention some things, and some things are happening, and I have my ideas of what's going to happen with all of these things, but I'm in for the ride. So that is my super interesting way to explain this book without trying to spoil it, because I'm in the weeds and some of the weeds are not disclosed weeds. So there's that. I'm about 34, 35% in. I'm exactly at page 210. So that's where I'm kind of at right now. I would love to finish this book by the end of this weekend. It's Saturday. It's 7:45. The likelihoods of me finishing this book by this end of the weekend is pretty slim. I'm going to be honest, because I have not found myself locking in like that. But maybe when I get done updating the vlog, I'll get on the couch and then get locked in. So we'll see. So there's that. And then let's do the life update. All right. To make a long story short, I'm going on a little adventure in September/October where I'm going to Europe. And me and my mom and some other family members, like my brother and his wife, and probably a bunch of other people, are going to Europe. So we're starting in London. Then we're starting in London and then going to Paris, then going to Greece. So like we're going through like the Greek Isles on a cruise. The London Paris part is us flying over there and just like we're flying to London, doing London for like a day and a half, then getting on a train to Paris, doing Paris for like a day and a half, then going to Rome, getting on the boat, going through the Greek Isles, having a good old time. Then we get back to Rome, get on a plane, come on home. So that's kind of a little quick like mapping of the adventure. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do when we get there. We have different ideas, like looking at all the social media channels about just things that people have done over there, have given us like different ideas, like Disneyland in Paris sounds like a great idea. But it's just, we're trying to map everything out. So we're still early on, but at least the initial get there, get back, those two have been purchased and we're ready to go. The cruise part has been purchased. That's solid. That middle getting up to the cruise is still, we're figuring that out, but it's good. All I have to say, I want to take y'all along that journey and that adventure. Do know I will be vlogging every single day. I won't be posting every single day, but I will be vlogging every single day and posting once I get back to the States. And then at the end of the year, all of my family is coming to Texas. So we're doing Christmas in Texas, which is going to be so freaking dope. And we're actually doing Christmas in Texas, not like planning a Christmas trip in Texas and it's like before or after Christmas. It's literally Christmas Day. My family will be here in Texas, and that is so dope to me. So I definitely I'm definitely so excited for that, to be hosting my family here. We did buy a Airbnb because my apartment is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment, and trying to fit 10 people in this apartment is probably not the smartest idea. So we got that going for us, and that's already booked, so that's dope. But yeah, I'm just super excited for these adventures that I'm about to go on, which is why it's going to be very important that, number one, I am getting physically active, because if you've never, like, one of the places that we're going is Santorini, and I learned through like watching videos and stuff about Santorini, and Santorini is like essentially on a hill or on a cliff. So you have to go up a bunch of stairs. So it's going to be very important that like I get active. I should have been working out like a lot sooner. And when I first started booking a trip, it is what it is. I have 30 days, quite literally, to get my ish in order. So there's that in life. Ultimately, I'm super excited. And like I said, I want to take y'all along this journey. And there's just so many other things, other opportunities that I've gotten reached out about, just like through content creation, and some things that I just got approved for recently. So I want to lock in on those too. So it just feels like full circle moment of like, I've seen little things that have happened, and it's all circling back to I just need to create more content. and like I need to really share my message and my story because I think my story is dope. Like I've done some really dope things and I'm about to do some even doper things. So there's that in life. So I'm super excited to take y'all along on those journeys and just do the darn thing with y'all for the rest of this year and future years. So there's that. All right. I am going to stop yapping and get to reading. My post-workout is really like starting to catch up to me now because I walked 3 miles today. So I'm going to try to, one of the things I'm going to try to do is like try to walk 3 miles every day. It wasn't hard. Like I can walk for a long time. I just have to like commit to doing it. So there's that in life. All right, y'all, let's do this thing. All right, y'all, so it's much later in the day. It is 8:30 at night, and I am going to go ahead and close out this vlog because it's time for me to go ahead and close it out, and we're going to start fresh and brand new tomorrow. So yeah, to summarize what happened earlier today and the little adventure that we went on, I did a little Sunday reset, which I just folded up some clothes and got some things taken care of around the house. And then as I was kind of thinking about it, I said I should probably start shopping for my trip. So I went to Grapevine Mills, which is this mall that has like a bunch of outlet stores in it. Like it's a mall of just outlet stores. So I went to Macy's backstage, I went to H&M. Those are the 2 places that I filmed at, but I also even went to Marshall's. I think I went to Ross. I went to a bunch of shoe stores. I went to a bunch of places, and I only filmed places that like I saw something that I wanted. I went to a lot of places and I saw nothing that I wanted. So there's that. I'm a little interested on like what my overall fit theme is going to be, because I feel like the clothes that I want are very summer clothes, but we're now transitioning into fall, and I feel like a lot of the summer clothes are being like pushed out. And what I was finding myself running into is that like the summer clothes that were present were smalls and extra smalls, and I'm like a large, extra large girly. Or the summer clothes that I was seeing were very boxy and like didn't have a like shape to them. So I don't know what exactly I'm gonna do, but I am gonna like go shopping a couple more times before the trip. Like I definitely want to try another Marshalls, another Macy's Backstage if I can find one, but like H&M and Macy's Backstage were two places that I found a lot of good stuff at, so I might try those places again like later. But then I also kind of want to figure out what the weather is going to be like, because I'm buying summer clothes, but what if it's not summer season there? Like what if it's cold? And like I bought all of this like warm weather stuff and it's cold, so I need to figure that out. All that to say, got a lot of thinking to do. I also want to start to find inspo for outfits, so I do want to spend a little time on Pinterest to figure out some outfit inspos, because now I need to style those blue shorts, and I don't know what shirt I want to wear. Like I'm thinking a bodysuit, like one of the things me and my mom were talking about was like a one shoulder bodysuit, or something that had like a little ruffle, something that kind of adds dynamic to the outfit. But I don't know, I'm trying to think what that will look like. I definitely know it's gonna be a white shirt for sure. I just don't know what the white shirt will look like. So there's that in life. All to say, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it in for the night. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notification, and comment down below if you are reading something. Comment down below what you're reading, or comment down below something you're excited for. Something I'm excited for is this trip. I have not traveled in a very long time, so I'm just super excited for that. But I would love to know what you're excited for, so comment that down below. All right, y'all. Peace.